orientation is locked.
Rotate device back. Well, does it want it to go like that or the other way? All right, guys, bear with us because this is a shit show and a half. No matter how many times I practiced it, no bueno. Let me see. Yeah, we had all sorts of things set up. We had it all going real nice.
Well, that looks...
We had this fancy gimbal that just kept not working.
That's a little... This looks a little bit more how
You want to ask Siobhan?
I am asking her how it's looking.
So we're just getting some feedback from some people here. Of course, we're going to go live. We're going to run our 15, 20 minutes no matter what. If we have 0 people, 1 people, 100 people, doesn't matter. This is the way we're going to go with it. And every Sunday, 9 o'clock up till whenever, 9:15, 9:20, maybe later. I don't know what you guys want to do, how the topic of conversation is going, but
yeah. I mean, like we said earlier, like in true fashion with technology, like you get all prepared and ready, and then it's like go time, and it wasn't working. But
a lot of firsts here. First time sailing, first time YouTube live. We've never ever done this.
No, we've done other things like Facebook Live, Instagram, whatever. And
all right, so let's just I don't know. I think it's live. I don't. We can't even tell if it's live. This gimbal thing is not shutting off. The whole M7. It's vibrating and going crazy. Oh, see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's 2 people. Oh, hey, good morning. Look, we got people on. Okay.
This is better than before, Siobhan.
Search for purpose. Thank you guys for jumping on. I appreciate your comments and your support. We have no idea what we're doing right now with Facebook Live, as you can see. But this thing is just going crazy right now. So I'm just going to throw that to the side.
So she said it's working.
Okay.
So that's good. The only thing is that one link that you sent, it says that, you can't join the live stream, but I'm wondering, if there's a place for lives come up.
Maybe you can kind of...
I'm kind of just...
Forward it a little bit.
Oh, it came up.
All right, good.
So now it should show that I'm... Yep, see?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So it should... okay.
All right. So now we're ready to go?
Oh, okay. So maybe, like Siobhan's saying, that link isn't working. So
okay,
if you know about us going live, let's say you have to go to YouTube and search for, there's like a button on YouTube where you search for lives.
Okay.
And then you could probably find it.
All right, well, maybe some of you guys, because this is going to get posted, and I'm sure a lot of people watch it after the live, especially since we're a little bit late and we kind of jacked it up. So any help, advice, guidance on YouTube Live would be much appreciated. Okay, so we're going to dive in now, a little bit late, but topic of conversation here today. Every Sunday we want to go like a conversation piece to kind of talk about, and today's really is midlife crisis or midlife adventure. Why we bought a sailboat, why we're doing what we're doing right now. And I think it's something that speaks to a lot of people, especially our age, maybe our 40-somethings. We're in our early 50s, maybe early 60s. I'm not sure, but it hit us pretty hard. So yeah, is it a crisis? Is it an adventure? I don't know. But if you ever felt like you hit a pause around 50 years old,
things started to change, different than they were before. At least that's what it was. That's what it was like for me.
Absolutely. Like there's got to be more than work. Like you get to a stage and like, okay, what do we do all our lives? Pay our bills, have our kids, grow up, give them the best that they can, routines, like the whole 9, right? So this is what happened with us.
Yeah.
It was almost like 50 years old to a T, where we were just like, wow, okay, what's next?
Empty nesters.
With that said, everybody, welcome to the very first Sailing SV Freedom Live. First, we want to just throw out a quick thank you to all of our early supporters and our subscribers. We're Kristen and Joe, and a few months ago, we made a pretty bold decision, and we went out and got ourselves a 40-foot sailboat with 0 sailing experience.
We never even been on a sailboat before.
So we're going to go talking today about why, because we talk to all different people, friends, family, strangers, people that have done that before, and you get so many different opinions from everybody, right? So I think what started well, Kristen and I, I'll start off really quick in the background. And Kristen's been teaching for like 28 years. So she's got that solid background. She's
30.
30 years?
Yes.
Why can't you retire sooner then? Let's go. Let's go tomorrow.
Siobhan helped me figure out how long it's been. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, that's great. So she's got the routine. Her mom was a teacher. She knew everything. I was the wild child. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was a big jock, extrovert. Let's go, 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 go. So I've been searching my whole life. Like I had 2 different careers, 2 different degrees. I think I found my path in 2013 when I enlisted in the military as a medic in the Air Force, and I've done it for 13 years. And I got up at 50, and where everything kind of came easy to me, or easier. Like I went through boot camp, and I turned 40 the next month, and I ran circles around these kids. You know, I was just like I was fit, mentally strong. You know, I had an advantage to all of them, but something happened when I reached 50. I was like, you know, I'm not so happy with what I'm doing now. There's got to be something bigger and better. Joseph, our oldest guy, Joe, is 25. He's out of the house. Aiden is going to turn 21 in a couple weeks. He's graduating from college this year. You know, so I found myself questioning that at 50. You know, besides that, things started to hurt. Like my knees started hurting.
Freak and
holy cow! I've had we've had some health scares, like we mentioned in the previous one. I'm dealing with something now. I had inner ear surgery that flunked in July, and it's maddening. I can't hear anything. So whatever. But this is all part of it, you know. So what really prompted me was that 50-year-old wake up and like, holy shit, what's next? You know. And also like 50, 51. I don't know if you felt this because we never really talked about it. Was like, I don't give a damn what people think about me anymore.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. Like at work sometimes I just like, it is what it is. This is me. If you like me, great. If not, okay, whatever. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, which I think I used to definitely
I
be.
definitely did too. Like keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, and they got this car. Oh, what do they think about me? My house. We had a house on the water. We had the boat in the backyard. You know, it's like, but then you start questioning all that and you're like, well, what's really important to me, you know? And a big thing that hit me at 50 was I lost my mom at 52. So at 50, I was like,
52.
She was 52, right? So I hit 50 and I was like, I'm a couple years away from when my mom passed away. So why can't that happen to me? You know, or Kristen or somebody that I love. So we were like, all right, well, there's so many things hitting us fast at 50. And I think I did a lot of that. I forced a lot of that on Kristen because Kristen's very comfortable with her job and her parents live down the road. Her sister lives down the road, has a very, very, very unique and special thing, 100%. I am very different. I grew up with 3 brothers. I lost my mom when she was 52. I graduated college. You know, my dad flew in but wasn't really there, you know, so the whole background. But I think I've influenced Kristen a lot about that and kind of dragged her around. So,
Drag me around.
I kind of have, I think, you know, I don't know. So what we did was we had that feeling, that itch.
I think, can I just jump in?
It's yours too, yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking the other day, like when this was coming about or whatever, I feel like life was in like these 3 pieces, like, you know, 0 to 20 or 23-ish is when like you're carefree and you're a kid yourself. And then from like that 23 to 50 is when you are raising your children, working your ass off, you know, no free time at all, all the money into your house. And then at 50 now, it feels like, you know, the boys are not here. So we're back to the 2 of us, that empty nest feeling. And then it's almost like time for you again in that, I don't want to say this is the last third of our lives, but like that 50 to...
They call it midlife.
Yeah, 50 to who knows what. You know.
But midlife to who? Like back in the day, they lived to 100, 104. Well, now with all the processing and all this stuff, we're not living to 80.
Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah.
Midlife, we could have hit it 38, 39.
Yeah, you never know. But that's kind of like, now it's like back to you, like us again. Yeah. Or me again, him again. You know, when you think about, what do I want to do? What have I always wanted to do with this life of mine that has been so chaotic and crazy?
And that's a perfect segue, I think, from routine to purpose. You know, like that was our routine. That was what we kind of almost had to do, but we loved it and we embraced it, right? That was our whole life, like you said.
Right.
Now we turn to 50 and it's like, okay, we put our kid through college, we got Joe going. Now, what's our purpose as a married couple, as individuals, the second half of our life when we decide to stop working and we decide to go forward and enjoy life? Because, you know, there's a lot of people that don't go forward with that sense of purpose because the kids are out of the house or because they are getting older. And I've seen it, we've seen it, and we don't want to do that. So then it came from the sense of purpose. What the next thing is to the idea of the sailboat, which we need to discuss, and then our decision and our action. The decision for the sailboat with never ever sailing before is we've been power boating. I think the first time we bought a boat was 2007. We have a 29-foot Thompson, all motor boating. We've had boats from 15 foot to 40 foot. So we have a good background in that. But part of this routine versus purpose and idea and decision was to slow down.
Right.
Like I said, we've had some health scares. I've been in the military and I'm going to leave it there.
Just leave it there.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
So now it's like, all right, let's slow down and enjoy this journey rather than getting to that destination. Like our whole lives, the destination is we got to do the best we can to raise our kids, get them out of the house, and have them be successful, law-abiding citizens of the country. Right?
Right.
So we did that. Now the next thing is, so the sailboat part was, I researched it on YouTube a lot. I have some fantastic YouTube channels that I admire tremendously out there. And I watched their journey and I followed their journey and I watched how to sail and the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs. And I just think that the size sailboat we bought is a 40 foot with a little over 13-foot beam, 2 cabins, 2 heads, big settee, salon. Very comfortable, just like our 40-foot boat, really. But we can rely on sail. So
I think that's a big thing. I don't think that people always understand that is that when you have a boat, people say the acronym for boat is break out another 1,000 because whether it's fuel or just things breaking and upkeeping, it's a very expensive hobby. And when Joe and I thought to the future, like, oh, we'd really love to spend part of our year on a boat, you know, whether it's snowbirding when it's cold here in New York or whatever, you know, I don't know if we didn't know if we could afford to do that because it's such a gas guzzler. It's like we said, a lot of upkeep. So when we really started to brainstorm it, Joe brought up the possibility of a sailboat just because it would be so much more cost effective than having a traditional powerboat.
Yeah. And so that brings us to now summing up this package is it's not really about escaping life or changing the way we've done things. I think it's more about reclaiming it now as a couple, right? So now we're going to reclaim it as our second half of life comes on, and we're going to embrace this. We're super excited about it. A lot of changes, but why? Why sailboating, right? So that's a good part right there. We have motorboating in our background. We love the water. I'm an Aquarius. Aquarians are drawn to the water. Just saying. But I think the biggest things like simplicity, like we spoke about of the sailboat, rather than dual gas engines or what have you, and mechanics and this, that, and the other thing. It's a little bit more simple to get out and go sailing. Freedom, be able to get up on that boat. We went out last night. We hung out on the boat for 2 hours on the morning and had a beautiful dinner. It was fantastic. Adventure, peace, and challenge.
Beauty,
yeah.
seeing beautiful place. I think that is a big thing for me, and I know that Joe knows this, is that I have been craving, you know, with this freedom, seeing amazing things, going to amazing places, meeting people that I wouldn't get to meet. And I think that's another piece of the freedom, being able to go and do that.
And we've got great plans. We have to take it in stride right now. We only bought it in May, right? We signed the papers in May. So, but yeah, I think that's the thing that draws us to the water. And I think that's what draws us to a sailboat. And I think the big thing too is just, you know, the beauty of learning something new together as a couple. You know, it's our second half of life. We're regaining that purpose for the two of us. And now we're learning something new together. Like the lines, the sheets, the Genoa, the jib, you know, all the stuff with the sailboat. And there's a lot of terminology. But when you dive into it and you kind of sink in, it's nice. And it's pretty simple. So I enjoy that part. Now, what?
Who's searching for purpose? I love you because you're just
It
posting.
popped up. You just got married on a beach, and that, but it went away.
I know. That's what we have to figure out because I saw they said that
They have a great YouTube channel, by the way.
searching for purpose.
Yeah, he posted on here the other day, and I went and I followed his, and I like what they've got going on.
I mean, that's a great just name in general.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it's the
like,
same
that's
kind of
kinda what
thing,
we're
right?
doing.
Sailing SV
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
That next thing, searching for
Searching for
purpose. I
purpose.
think a lot of us are, you know, and I think the biggest thing right now is I'm not sure how old you guys are, but we grew up in a completely different world.
Yeah.
100% different world. No cell phones, no computers, barely TV. I had a black and white tube TV that was like freaking monster thick and deep and on the ground. You had to get up to turn the channels. And now here we are with AI that's going to do everything for us. So we're still learning all of that and trying to adapt and wondering, okay, Social Security going to be there. What can I do the rest of my life? Are there going to be jobs? This, that, and the other. So we're scrambling to save that money. But without getting too far into the weeds, that'll be another topic. Plans. Our plans for our Northwind 40. We're going to take her out of the water in the next few weeks. We're going to put her on the hard. We are a brand new channel, as you guys see. We're getting great views and comments. I love it. Subs are a little bit low, but that's totally fine. I know we're going to grow, but I'm super excited to say we have to wait if we're going to sign it or not, but we got a sponsor, a major sponsor for us. And we are deeply considering having the entire sailboat wrapped. There's a big company in the Northeast. They do the wrap and then they do the armor all over it. We bought our boats around the same month and had the same plans. Nice. We got to go out for a drink somewhere. The cocktail somewhere, you know, it's 5:00 somewhere. But yeah, so that's exciting. Somebody found some value in what we're doing and they kind of approached us. And I'm doing some graphics on my truck for Sailing SV Freedom, and they want to wrap the entire boat. So super excited about that. But it's coming out of the water. We're going to do a lot of work over the winter time. We're going to launch her early spring in New York. And we're thinking for the summertime up Northeast, it's beautiful. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll do like a month out, maybe 5-6 weeks. We'll go out to Block Island and then hit like Martha's Vineyard and, you know, the whole
People recommend
Cape Cod,
Maine.
go around, go to Newport, Rhode Island, go all the way up to Maine.
Yeah.
And then come back down. You know, we can get our sea legs, we can learn all the sails, all of that. It's nice close coastal cruising.
Yeah.
And then probably the end of next summer, maybe sail it down to Florida, you know, and keep her down there for next winter, and then start the island hopping. Let the island hop begin. But Kristen's got some years now. We got to talk about this because you got 30 years, so now there's less for retirement.
No, it's
Yeah, it is. I know it is.
It's 55. It has to be 55.
That's not fair.
I know.
But anyway, so that's our little rant here.
Yeah, thank you
Is
guys
there-
for sticking with us through this whole
Debacle.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll get it right next week, which we are super excited about. I'm going to tell you where we're going to be next week and what we're doing. But I've got a couple questions for you guys, especially you guys that are sailing or that have not done anything like that, like Siobhan, Kristen's friend who's in school. So here's a great question. Who else has ever thought about starting over at 50? Think about that. Have you thought about starting over at 50? Maybe if it was just a little tiny glimpse in your head, or 48, 49, I don't know. Maybe some 30-somethings are because they're working so hard in AI and all that stuff.
50.
Or past 50, but think about that. And then are you going to do something about it? Let us know. Comment below. Comment in our community. Private message us. Email us. Whatever it is. And then a second question.
This is a good one.
Yeah. You want to ask it?
Yeah. If you could drop everything for one adventure, you know, trip, destination, what have you, what would it be? That's a good one because
Yeah.
I think we're lucky. I mean, the other things we're going to show you on the channel is when we've done, you know, trips that didn't involve the boat or
Yeah.
sailing. And that was the question I had. I asked myself, like, where would I want to go? And Joe and I have done a few trips recently that have really kind of fulfilled that. But it also feeds the hunger of, well, what's the next thing I want to do, or
Yeah.
where's the next place I want to go?
And it's also expensive.
Yeah.
So we're still in the planning process of that because we're working. I leave the military next month. I have a business that I run, so I'm hoping that does very well. But this is what we want to do, you know. So if there's anybody out there, you know, some live chats, participation, shout outs, appreciate you guys jumping on here with us.
Yeah, hopefully if you didn't catch us live, because it's Sunday morning and people are doing all sorts of things.
We're getting ready for church. We're going to church in a little bit.
If you, you can just drop us a line, like Joe said, or anywhere to give us any kind of feedback would be great.
So what we've got coming up now is this week's episode is going to be pretty cool because it's our first time raising a sail. Only sail. Did it go according to plan?
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta see.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good episode. We've been editing already, so stay tuned for that. Friday evening, we're driving down to the Annapolis Boat Show, so we're super excited. We're going to be there all day Saturday and Sunday. We've got some interviews scheduled with some pretty big sailing channels that you all, if you're into sailing, you absolutely know them. They are what inspired me to start watching. Those sailing channels, and for me to start bugging Kristen to get on this and grab a little bit of the itch with me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big week for us. Watch for our channel, the new episode coming out this week.
Wait, so will we do a lot? You said
we're gonna do a live from the show, but right now the gates on Sunday open up at 10. So we're gonna go live at 9. Oh. I'm trying to see if there's any possible way we can get a little bit early glimpse and walk around there. We may also do a special edition live.
Searching for purpose, you should go.
Yeah.
Go to Annapolis.
I don't know where you guys are. You could be in freaking Belgium or something like that,
California, who knows?
But yeah, we're gonna get together with you guys and try to figure this thing out right here. But so we're gonna go 9 o'clock. It might be from our hotel room. It might be from on scene. We're gonna record our interviews with some of these big players that I absolutely love and admire, and they'll be in a future episode or maybe even live on Sunday. So just watch us. Subscribe, because then you get that notification and all that. Hit that notification bell. Please, continue to follow us. Subscribe, follow, and join our journey. And the final thing I'd like to say maybe it isn't a midlife crisis, because that's what everybody calls it. Maybe it's just a midlife awakening.
Yeah, it's another phase of life.
Another possibility. It's exciting.
Possibility, yeah.
All right.
Possibility is a great word.
Anything you want to end on?
No, I'm excited. I'm glad we figured this out. It wasn't easy.
We had so much technology going here. I've got my. We'll do a quick spin around.
Going on.
We'll do a quick spin around over here. I don't know if we can get that here, but we got all of these lights. We got that. We got all of this stuff, and leaning it against there. So we'll figure this stuff out. But anyway, guys, thanks again for following. Thanks for joining up on live here with us. Stay tuned. We got a lot more to come. This is as real as it gets. You can't make this stuff up. What happened this morning, and this is what we want to do. Stressful, but I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you jumping on. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. How do we turn this thing off?